minutes of capacity. Let's get into it with our I will statements first.
Remember, your I will statements are your goals for this lesson. They are what we are trying to work on and learn more about throughout our time together today. As we continue on in our lesson, make sure you have your mind focused on these 3 things and showing them to your teacher. I will read the I will statement first, and then we will read it again a second time together. Make sure you're reading it nice and loudly so I can hear you, but no shouting necessary.
Pause the video and read the I will statements now as class.
This activity is called the Math Quest Race. How this activity works will be explained on the screen, but I will go over the rules now quickly. If you want to pause at the end to answer any questions that you guys might have, pause before I instruct you on what you will be racing. How this activity works is you will each be given a piece of paper. It might have facts on it. It might just be a blank note piece of paper, but you will be instructed to finish a certain amount of problems in 1 minute. You will try to finish however many you can, but every time we do this activity, you want to try to get a few more problems done. Even if it's just one more problem the next time we do it, that still shows us that we're improving our race stamina and we're getting better at our facts or recognizing patterns. When your teacher gives you your papers, you're not allowed to start until the teacher says go. When the teacher says go, all of you will flip your paper over and you will have 1 minute time to fill out as many as possible. If you finish before the 1 minute time is over, turn your paper over and draw a picture on the back of an angle in the real life setting.
All right, mathematicians, for our new activity today, you are going to need your whiteboard and a marker. For this activity, for the first few problems, I just want you to look up at my whiteboard and you'll write the answer on yours. If I said 2 cats plus 3 cats, pause the video and tell me how many cats would I have in total. Pause the video if you need more time, write it on your whiteboards and hold it up. I would need 5 cats. Good job. If I had I'm going to rewrite it. If I had 2 fourths plus 3 fourths, how many fourths do I have? So I have some amount of fourths. Pause the video and write the answer on your whiteboards now. I have 5 fourths. Nice job. If we were to express 5 fourths as a mixed number, 5 fourths is the same as 1 and 1/4. If we were to do the same and we said if we were to have 2 quarts instead of fourths, so I'm going to erase fourths. If we had 2 quarts plus 3 quarts, we would have 5 quarts. Or if we wanted to change this, we would have 1 gallon and 1 quart. There's 2 different ways of adding 2 quarts and 3 quarts or solving this problem. We'll look at both of the ways of adding those quarts now. On your whiteboard, I'm just going to slide mine up. I want you to put a little dotted line. You don't have to write this top problem because we're going to show our solutions down here. This is going to be solution A. If I had 2 quarts, if I had the original 2 quarts and I wanted to make a gallon is 4 quarts. So if I had 2 quarts and I just took 2 more quarts out of our 3 quarts, I would get that 1 gallon. Then if I looked at that, the 1 gallon, or the 2 quarts I used over here, I still left 1 quart left. So I need to add another quart to that, which is going to give us our 1 gallon, 1 quart. So one way to solve it is to take out the gallon amount first and then analyze it by figuring out how many quarts are left and sticking that onto our solution. The other way we can solve this is if we look at 2 quarts plus 3 quarts, and we get 5 quarts, we can break down 5 quarts into 4 quarts and 1 quart. Write this down on your whiteboard. This is similar to what we did in the first one. It's a different way to write it. And when we break it up into 4 quarts and 1 quart, again, 4 quarts is the same thing as saying 1 gallon. They're equal to the same amount. So we have 1 gallon, 1 quart as our answer still. So there's 2 different ways to solve this problem, and they both give us the same solution. We were able to recognize that we could make a gallon by combining 2 quarts or breaking down 5 and pulling out those 4 quarts that we needed. And then we figured out what we had left over was 1 quart, and we were able to add that to our answer to get our solution. So we can either complete a gallon first and then add on the remaining quarts, or we can add to get the quarts of 5 and then rename to make 1 gallon and 1 quarts. You're going to practice this a few more times, and you can solve it anyway with any method that you see fit to show your thinking, but you're going to compare your answers with partner and with your classmates. So you might see different ways to solve it. Look at the solution to see if you're getting the same answer. Good luck, mathematicians, and I'll see you guys soon.